In a world where trust is hard to find, Solana ID brings you peace of mind. Your digital life secure and free, a place where privacy meets integrity. In a world where shadows used to reign, Solana ID brings clarity again. Your digital self in control, the privacy that you are on a roll. With Solana ID, you are in control. From the blockchain to the web, we know. No more secret, no more lies. With your soul ID, your reputation grows. Let's do it once more. With Solana ID, in control. From the blockchain to the web, we know. No more secret, no more lies. With your soul ID, helps your reputation grow. In a world where trust is hard to find, Solana ID brings you peace of mind. Your digital life secure and free, a place where privacy meets integrity. In a world where shadows used to reign, Solana ID brings clarity again. Your digital self in control, the privacy that you are on a roll. With Solana ID, you are in control. From the blockchain to the web, we know. No more secret, no more lies. With your soul ID, your reputation grows. Let's do it once more. With Solana ID, you are in control. From the blockchain to the web, we know. No more secret, no more lies. With your soul ID, helps your reputation grow. In a world where trust is hard to find, Solana ID brings you peace of mind. Your digital life secure and free, a place where privacy meets integrity. In a world where shadows used to reign, Solana ID brings clarity again. Your digital self in control, the privacy that you are on a roll. With Solana ID, you are in control. From the blockchain to the web, we know. No more secret, no more lies. With your soul ID, your reputation grows. Let's do it once more. With Solana ID, you are in control. From the blockchain to the web, we know. No more secret, no more lies. With your soul ID, helps your reputation grow. In a world where trust is hard to find, Solana ID brings you peace of mind. Your digital life secure and free, a place where privacy meets integrity. In a world where shadows used to reign, Solana ID brings clarity again. Your digital self in control, the privacy that you are on a roll. With Solana ID, you are in control. From the blockchain to the web, we know. No more secret, no more lies. With your soul ID, your reputation grows. Let's do it once more. With Solana ID, you are in control. From the blockchain to the web, we know. No more secret, no more lies. With your soul ID, helps your reputation grow.
With Sol ID, your reputation grows. GM everyone, and welcome to yet another Solid Talk. Solid Talk number 46 indeed, where we throw you into the cryptoverse, into the Solanaverse, and show you around in this exciting time that we're living right now, especially when it comes to Solana ID protocol, because here is where you get the alpha. Here's where you get the advantage compared to everyone else, because we're telling you right up front what happened last week and what's going to happen next week at Solana ID protocol. And also, of course, we take a time to look at the markets, to talk about Solami in general, and just vibe together with me, Simon, and my handsome co-founder, Pierre. Pierre, welcome to Solid Talk number 46. How are we doing today?
We are doing good. Charts are up and perks are on, my friend.
Damn. Hell
What
yeah.
do you think about that title?
Awesome title. Not bad. Test. Awesome title, not gonna lie. It's definitely a happy time right now if you are trading the up markets. But we're going to look at the charts a little bit. We're going to dissect what's happening with Solana right now, and we're going to talk a little bit about what might happen next in the broader Solana ecosystem. But we're also going to talk about Solid. We're going to talk about what's happening at Solidity Protocol, because that's what we do here. If you are new here, then welcome to Solid Talks, where we just hang out together and we give you an entertaining show with some alpha as well. And you're at the right place if you feel like these are things you want to dive into. And of course, we have our dear friends as always with us. Big Rhyme, GM, my man. Damareza, GM is here as well. Alden, GM, Cyber, of course, GM, head of Solidians. Welcome to today's Solid Talk. Pierre, 1964 is here as well. Waving the normal flag, as I can see. Welcome, Pierre, as well. Good to have you here. Jacqueline, also GM, Victor Alpha, Schultz is here, GM, and Storm, GM, my friend. Good to have you as well in today's Solid Talk. If you're here right now and I haven't seen you, then drop the GM in the comment section as we're getting started with today's Solid Talk. But before we dive into anything crypto and anything Solami, let's just have a chat, Pierre. I mean, obviously we talk every day. If you guys wonder, Pierre and myself are usually not in the same location, but we of course hang out on calls all day long, where we just work on Solana ID and chat. So I'm pretty aware of what's happening in Pierre's life, but you guys don't know. You guys don't know that the world is literally going under right now outside of this door in the back of Pierre, because there's a typhoon making waves, literally.
Can you hear it?
I don't. No, I don't hear it.
Okay, I can try to go there with my MacBook, open the door, and let's see if I'm not being blown
Let's
away.
see how it looks like. Let's see if you're blown away by what's happening outside. So Pierre's right now in the Philippines. He's on some random island somewhere in the what ocean is that? I actually have no idea.
You can't see it. Maybe if I
we can hear it though. We can hear it. We can hear there's some rain, but streets are literally flooded, right? I think there's like, if you live on an island of the Philippines, I think this is something you have to brace yourself for, right? It's normal. It just happens. Right now, what season do you guys have?
It's rainy season, so it's Habagat season here in
Habagat season. Yes.
And there's a typhoon. There's a typhoon now since 2 days, which means lots of rain and wind and some random stuff sometimes flies around. Some palm trees are laying somewhere on the streets, and some streets they turned from being streets into now being some rivers, and they can't be used properly anymore.
Awesome.
So
Good time to drive by.
is a big issue here on the island during that time.
You need to take your jet ski out to get to the gym. If this
you have to, or you have to swim.
Paddle to the gym.
Swim to it. I remember. I can try if I can find actually the videos. That would be nice. I think did I send it to you? How the gym looked like?
No, I don't think so. But like with water and shit. Maybe I seen it a while ago, like a long time ago. I think I saw something.
I think it was
but
last
feel free to show it to the people what's happening on Boracay. So I was sitting on my balcony here in Eastern Europe the other day, and my Apple Watch pinged and told me severe weather warning tomorrow afternoon. And I looked at it, And bro, these weather warnings are fucking serious. They said like, yeah, it's a threat to life and you need to take care of your property. And I was like, what the fuck is going to happen tomorrow afternoon? And then next day, 4 p.m. nothing, 5 p.m. nothing, 6 p.m. nothing. I was sitting here in my office just working. But then 8 p.m. it started to be super windy outside. I was like, oh shit, I need to walk back for like at least 15-minute walk. And I don't want to get caught in some weird storm that can cause life-threatening scenarios. So I walked out and I walked as fast as I can to my apartment, and literally at the corner to my door of the apartment, it started pouring and people started to run and scream. Literally, they were like, ah! People were screaming and running around because it started pouring a lot. So I got the last 5 seconds, I got wet as fuck, but I made it into the elevator without getting caught in the storm. And then I just saw like blue lights outside and trees like collapsing and shit. And it was actually, it was also pretty bad. It was actually crazy, but I actually love these things when I'm in a safe place. I was sitting on my balcony just observing
when you can see the world like going down from your cozy part.
Yeah, I love the power of nature. You know, I'm really impressed by nature and how severe it can be. So I really enjoy to watch thunderstorms. I think people can probably relate to that. I really enjoy like severe weather location. Like even if it rains and I don't have anything that can get destroyed on me, then I don't mind to be in the outside, like just in the rain, and I can feel the wind and the storm. Like actually, we're Germans, right? We're like fucking half Vikings, so we like this shit.
when the weather. I found the videos. I wanna pull them up. I hope it works. The thing is, the gym, how it looks like, because we went there together before, and it was literally turned into a swimming pool.
Damn, there's like water standing on the. But the gym was open, right? People can enter and train.
No, nobody was there. I mean, there was still, but this was inside, and then this was the outside, and you also know the outside area, obviously, because we went there together. But that's how I walked to the gym.
Shit, yeah, you can almost swim to the gym. Fuck.
Usually there's no water. Right?
Yeah, that's. All right, guys. This is how island life can look like. It is what it is. So wherever you are right now, we hope you're safe. Don't get caught up in some weird storms, and try to observe it from a safe place and enjoy. For me, right now it's sunny. It's nice weather here in Eastern Europe. And I'm locked in on this wonderful weekend, on this beautiful Saturday afternoon for me, doing a solid talk. There's no other place that I would like to be right now. So we have a packed agenda, actually, Pierre. I think we have quite some things that we wanna touch on today. Why can I not pull up the solid talk? Let me try here. Okay, whatever. We have a packed agenda. We're gonna talk about markets to begin with. So we're gonna zoom out a little bit, talk about Salami. Look at the chart. We're going to do some fun giveaways. As always, easy peasy giveaways where we give out a little bit of solid for everyone who's in here, just as a little sign of appreciation that you made it here and that you listened to us yapping. But then we're going to dive into company updates. And we have some perk announcements. We have some perk progress updates for upcoming perks that are in the making that we're cooking up for you. And we also have some updates regarding something called the Solana ID Community Hub. You might have heard about it before. If you haven't, you'll learn today what it is about, and you'll actually see a sneak peek of what it will look like. And I also brought some Solana ID Validator updates because that is part of our business. And we have some updates regarding the operations of our validator, some good news. So I'll share them as well later today. And if we have time, Pierre, I might also do something that is not on the agenda, which is a little deep dive, not a deep dive, a little high level glance at what I'm doing in my free time right now, which is nailing down our token price appreciation strategy for our token. And I have a few lines of narrative update and a few strategy ideas that I can already throw in here in Solid Talk, because this is a safe place. We can say things here in Solid Talks that are not yet cooked to perfection, things that are in the baking still, and just to get a touch and feel from the community on our thoughts, and to take you guys a little bit behind the scenes. And it's not done yet, right? The token appreciation strategy is not completely done, but I have my first draft, and we can take a sneak peek into that as well, if time allows. But before we do all these amazing things, I think we can kick it off with some charts, and with a little glance at our favorite big token of that we all like to value, or that we all learned to appreciate, which is Solana, first and foremost. So I think I'll kick it off with that first. Let me switch over to my screen share and take you guys for a little spin to the chart. So Solana is pumping. Solana has been going up only for the past week, and not only Solana, the whole ecosystem actually saw a little bit of a push to the upside. And now the question in the room is, where do we go next? Is the altcoin season coming? Are we going to see Bitcoin dominant drop? And are we going to see some of these altcoins that we still hold in our portfolios, some of us since years, are we going to see them going into a P&L that signals green light? And I might provide some clarity today for that. With everything that I say, obviously this is not an advice that you can take to buy some tokens, no financial advice at any given moment, simply my takes on the market from Simon to you, and you can do with it whatever you want. Zooming out on the chart, getting rid of all these messy indicators, we can see that Solana was pretty much dead since May 2022 and October 23. Keep that in mind, guys. Let that sink in. May 2022 to October 23. Literally 1.5 years of nothing. So we've been through that, and we've seen prices as low as $8 after the FTX crash. But then in October 23, we might remember that we saw a surge in protocol activity again. Prices went up again. There were some meme coin launches like Bonk that basically just opened the door again for new narratives. And Pump.Fun launched, the meme coin frenzy started, and Solana saw a big increase in price from these factors and other factors as well. That happened back then, and we've been still, technically, if you look at the chart, we've been hovering in this sideways range with one breakout here end of last year that led us to $270, then a little retrace back down to 170, and then the all-time high that we saw this year at the beginning of 2025 around the Trump token launch. We went all the way up to $290, almost $300 all-time high. And now Solana is basically recovering from a little retrace here and is primed to climb up to new all-time highs, because that is what I'm tracking. If you can see the big macro cycles here, you can see that the fourth wave bottomed in my analysis at the $95 level, and then the fifth wave is yet to play out, which can bring us to new all-time highs. And that fifth wave is now being broken down into lots of smaller wave counts based on Elliott Wave theory, and that's where the chart gets messy and where all these indicators come in. And for that, I need to zoom in a little bit in the chart to make it a little bit clearer what's happening here. So we saw the 5 wave move up from the $95 down in a wave 1 in a macro cycle. Then we saw wave 2 play out, actually, that might have bottomed already. Chances are really high that this wave has bottomed around $125, $130, which is also what it was the ideal target. So for me, this is all closed. This chapter is closed. We saw the retrace into the second wave. And then the third wave is usually the impulsive wave that can bring up new highs in this intra cycle here. And that's exactly where we're in right now. And it is quite impulsive. We can definitely say that, because in that third wave here, we can count the smaller structures again. So let's break it down into yet another microstructure, a 1, 2, and then a 3, and that's where we are right now. I think we might have topped in this third wave that brought us now to $185-ish. And basically we got stopped out at the prior resistance levels from this fifth wave here, from wave number 1. We got stopped out at these resistance levels. Obviously there's the there's like some resistance in the chart because it was a prior price top. So people took profits there and gambled on dropping prices again. And that's where we are. We are right now in the fourth wave correction to the downside here. And this fourth wave might play out right now in an A, B, C structure. If I talk like this about it, you know, it looks kind of simple. It looks easy to trade, but don't let yourself fool. Don't fool yourself, because these structures can always break, right? So all I'm doing here is assign probabilities to the charts, and my probabilities right now that we see one more low outweigh the probabilities that we're going to push higher, because the third wave here reached Fibonacci levels that are quite extended. So there's definitely a lot of selling pressure. The RSI also indicated oversold territory. The RSI, which indicates overselling, also made a lower low, even though the price chart made a higher high. This is one divergence that you can observe when it comes to indicators that can tell you already, hey, we might turn around right now again on the trend from an uptrend to a downtrend. And that's pretty much what's happening. So right now we're caught in this fourth wave. Keep in mind that these fourth waves are usually the most trickiest ones, because they go up and down and sideways. They can stretch for days, if not weeks even, depending on the micro count we're in. And I think right now, like I said, we might already saw the A, we might already saw the B right now, even though it was a shallow B. And we drop either from here to the fourth wave resistance area, which starts at around $160, $166. But the ideal target for me would be 155-ish, right? Doesn't mean that we can't go higher. We can definitely even test the upper boundary again. Even the B wave could technically stretch until 185 again, right? And then test this upper. It can even overshoot slightly. It wouldn't invalidate the scenario. And then we could go into the C from there, right? So if you want to short trade this wave 4 here, make sure that you're not getting liquidated anywhere near $185, or don't use leverage at all and just hodl. Just hodl your salamis, because I think the macro outlook here is higher. We're going to push for $200 plus quite soon. We don't know what's happening on the macro side of things, right? And when it comes to fundamental news, we don't know what Trump's going to, announce again that will shatter the markets or push them higher. I cannot, rule these things out. But purely based on indicators, this is basically what I'm looking at. How do you feel in these markets, Pierre? Do you feel bullish? Is the crypto Twitter timeline bullish? Does it seem like things are cooking upwards? How's your sentiment these days?
I was very happy actually when I checked my Soulflare wallet and I saw that my Pengu airdrop that I was still holding on went from 300 something last week to almost 1,000 again this week. So having diamond hands works sometimes.
All the bonk holders are happy right now as well, because bonk has been pumping even more than Solana and has been outperforming a lot of other assets. And I think for a good reason, right? Because, Let's Bonk or Bonk.fun has been making waves, has overtook Pump.fun on all metrics. There's a lot of attention, mindshare right now on the Bonk ecosystem yet again. And Bonk remains our favorite meme token on Solana, because the team is just so net positive for the Solana ecosystem. Even Bonk.fun has mechanics in the protocol that burns not only Bonk but also Solana from launchpad activities, which is super bullish. While Pump.fun at the same time always extracted all the revenues, off-ramped it on Binance or Kraken, and sent the money wherever. I mean, Pump is live now. Obviously, Pump dumped from the, I think, 7 billion almost that they reached at the high. Now they basically dumped almost under the pre-sale valuation of 4 billion. And now people are just a little bit hesitant because we don't know what the Pump team is cooking. There's no communication regarding the airdrop yet. There's no communication regarding the buybacks that is precise or reliable. So it's a lot of uncertainty. In my opinion, this is calculated. I think they want that uncertainty right now. Let's see. The bull case would be that they do some big announcements regarding revenue shares that will help to appreciate again. But if they do the airdrop, it's going to be a lot of selling pressure, because I believe that a lot of these Pump.fun users that launched meme coins on Pump.fun with the single goal of making as much money as possible are not diamond hands. They will not get the pump airdrop and be like, oh, thank you so much, pump.fun. I'm going to support this ecosystem and hold on to it. No, they're all going to make money. They're all going to cash out and go on vacation, right? And you can't blame them. It is what it is. But is it good for the token? Difficult. So my opinion right now as well, even after what Solana ID has been through, you should avoid as much as possible to give out tokens for free into the hands of people, right? And if you're in the community right now, you're like, but I want free airdrops. I know. There's a way to do it, right? And it starts with creating the airdrop properly, building some mechanics into it that create some sort of supply sync where the new supply that you issue sinks into and not getting, sold, some staking, some utilities, whatever. But if you don't have any of these things in place, it is a pure dump play, right?
Yeah. When you talked about Bonk, I just remembered that I saw this post, I think yesterday. Maybe you've seen it also, about this dude. I forgot his name, but he won $1 billion Bonk during a Bonk fight 2023 at Breakpoint, and he was still holding on to it, and now it's worth 78 thing for almost $40,000. That's crazy. And also, did you follow the the death cell with Pump Fun?
No,
where people said that Elon was selling $100,000 worth of pump a couple of days ago when he posted this post. Fuck it, I'm going into Jew mode or whatever. Did you actually see that?
I did not see that.
the post went viral. Was just, could be from, who is it? Is it Kanye who's always doing the
the
or whatever?
Yeah, it kind of cooled off, but he did
could have been him. He just said, fuck it, I'm going Jew mode or whatever. And I think the post got 1.5 million views.
Damn, that's insane. Yeah, you can interpret it. You can how do you say? You can think of a lot of things that when it comes to the meaning of this, right? But yeah, CG is asking, what will be the single catalyst in your opinion to see Solid on the right level, or where we believe deserve to be? Right now, we're definitely not where I deserve to be. Even though, our price, fluctuates around the 2 mil FTV right now, there's not a lot of selling pressure that can come because we do have major supply control right now on the token after most people sold their tokens, and everything that's right now still in circulation is mostly investing contracts or in our own hand. So we did a pretty deep dive into the holder analysis right now, and I can tell you that we're 85% plus in supply control. Okay, that's one big thing that I've been telling people already since a while. But still, we're down, right? Or we're going sideways since a month. And then if we zoom out a little bit further, then obviously we dropped into this 2 million FTV after launching the token with not a lot of volume happening right now. We're not listed on a lot of venues because we're only trading on chain. So one catalyst that will help us to get a little bit more attention are some potential listings that are going to be part of the liquid funding round that we're preparing right now. So that's one catalyst. But the major catalyst, if CG is really asking, hey, what do you think is the major catalyst here? It's going to be us being more transparent with buybacks, revenue shares, and value appreciation based on protocol success. And this is one thing that I'm cooking up in my narrative right now, because we haven't done any buybacks at all. Obviously, Solana ID team has never sold. You can see that on chain as well. We never sold any tokens. But we also haven't done any significant buybacks of the token yet, even though the protocol is making money now. We're making money on the B2C side since some time, right? So we have definitely 5-digit revenues in our treasury in Solana right now from Solana ID mints. But then we also have the first perp partners that are now switching into a paid model, meaning we make money on the perp campaigns that we're running with the DApps. And this is where it gets interesting, because as soon as this becomes scalable, Solana ID protocol can make a lot of money, and the plan will be to channel back most of the revenues, 30 to 70% on a monthly basis, into the token with strategic buybacks. And this is the main catalyst I think right now that will drive the token up. And then combined with the liquid round, with more capital at hand, with new people coming in and potential listing partners, I think the token is going to be primed to find a fair valuation, which is not sitting at $2 million. I think doing a 4x from 2 mil to 8 mil without any financial advice is more than realistic. Going back to 20 mil is still a very realistic target. And the stretch goal this year is still to see 100 mil valuation, which would be a new all-time high for the token. And I've been saying this also since a while. A protocol token is never dead until the team stops building the protocol. Because as long as we are focused on building a product that solves some problem for anyone in the world, we will make money with solving that problem. As long as our North Star metric stays revenue and profit, and the plan is to channel back revenues and profits into the token is never dead. And we've seen it in other projects before that recovered after months of low volume into new all-time highs, right? We're not making up any new narratives. We're not making up new stories here. It has happened many times before. And with a little bit of wind in our sails from an up-only market, I think this can really catalyst us into new highs, right? And looking at the charts, looking at the market right now, I think 2025 can still see new all-time highs, not only in Bitcoin, which is printing all-time highs basically every few months, but also in altcoins, which are still lagging behind. I mean, think about it. Bitcoin made a new all-time high just last week at $120,000 plus, while Solana is still hovering around half of its all-time high. Makes no sense. Solana is like, the news are insane right now when it comes to Solana ecosystem. It has more trading volume on Solana than lots of major ecosystems combined. Our health stats of the chain itself when it comes to validators and staking activities are also super healthy right now. So we have institutions coming on Solana. There's so many bullish news, and the token is still hovering around half of its all-time high, while Bitcoin made an all-time high. Seems like an opportunity. Let's put it that way. Okay, so that's my reading of the current state, and obviously this all channels back down into our own token, right? Because if Solana goes up, Solid at least has some wind in the sails, right? We still have to do our own shit. That's why our token doesn't pump from nothing. But with a lot of supply control, with news that we haven't shipped yet when it comes to buybacks and so on, and with the liquid round, getting new capital and strategic partners in the token, I think we're primed to take the wind in the sails from an up-only market and translate it into solid returns. Pun intended. Now, CG, I hope that answers your question. You rock, guys. You rock as well, brother. Thanks for staying around. Appreciate you. Cool. Let's move on and talk about some further news, or should we do a giveaway before that?
Let's do a giveaway first, my friend.
All right, brother, set it up. Guys, get ready. You know what giveaway means when it comes to Solid Talks. Giveaway means you have to put your fingers on your keyboard, because we will need you to type in a magic word into the comment section that we'll display in a bit. And that magic word will give you a ticket in this giveaway. We're giving away 1,500 Solid, so you can buy yourself a coffee tomorrow on this beautiful Sunday, or you just hodl it. Actually, that would be better. Just hodl the 1,500 Solid until we make a few returns, a few multiples. And all you have to do to get your hands on that raffle is put in the secret word called Solidian into the comment section. Guys, the timer is running. You have to retweet the live stream, follow Solana on X, and put Solidian in the comment section. You have 50 seconds to do so. Let the Solidians flow into the comment section, because Pierre is gonna scroll through the comments after the timer is done and select the lucky winner. So we want to see comments now, guys. Solidian in the comment section, and we're gonna throw it through it and pick the lucky winner. Basically, it's a raffle. It's a draw. We need a lucky fairy for that, but Pierre looks like a true lucky fairy today. Nice shirt, by the way.
Thank you, sir.
I still think this shirt would be also really cool with the print on the back. Not gonna lie, because it's a huge ass print.
Just this print on the back, same one.
Yeah. For me, it looks like a back print, but anyway, timer is running out, guys. Solidian in the comment section. You have only a few seconds left to do so, and the timer's up. Pierre's gonna get ready in the comment section on Twitter to scroll through it and pick the lucky winner. Whenever you're ready, Pierre, I'm gonna count down. You start scrolling, and I say stop. Okay?
Let's go.
3, 2, 1. Let's go scrolling and stop it.
We have Altessa.
Altessa. Can you write down the lucky winner, Pierre? Because I do not see it in StreamYard. Altessa, congrats for, I think, your first win in a solid talk. I haven't seen the name winning before, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, it's been 46 talks. I might forget as well. But congrats. W for Altessa in the comment section, guys. Drop a W for this lucky winner today. Thank you, everyone, for participating in the giveaway. That helps us as well because you guys retweet the live stream, you follow us on X, and obviously you hammer out some comments in the comment section, which the algo likes. And if you haven't seen yet, we're actually live streaming today as well on YouTube for the first time because we are doing some changes on our social media strategy internally right now, hyper focused on X, but we're also expanding to new social media channels for Solana ID. So you can actually prepare yourself for content.
We have one viewer on YouTube, and that's
Let's go. Let's go. I mean, right now our YouTube channel has 0 subscribers, maybe 2, you and me, because it's brand new. But we're planning to ramp up the YouTube account. So that's actually a little bit of news as well. We're going to record the live streams, or we live stream YouTube. So you will find all the live streams in future on our YouTube page. So you can rewatch them if you miss Solid Talk. You can watch them in the live tab on YouTube, and we're going to prepare the live streams there with a nice thumbnail to reach some people on YouTube as well. And then we're also going to start very soon to post more short form content, YouTube shorts that will cover some Solana ID stuff, but also some general Solana things, some memes and so on. So we're going to do that as well on YouTube. So probably a good idea to look up youtube.com/Solana Identity and give us a subscribe. You can do that right now, youtube.com/Solana Identity in your URL, and then you will find our account, and then you can give us a follow. Cool.
Exactly. Now, all right. Sounds good. Let's move on and talk about some perk updates. First of all, perks that have already been shipped, and then a perk that is about to be shipped, and then perks that are being about to be shipped as well.
It was very confusing, but I think your point is clear. We started with perks that have been shipped, which is btcSOL. Our friends from Zeus Apollo have launched a new product, which is a restaking protocol where you can restake your SOL and accumulate native BTC. So you can basically accumulate Bitcoin with your Solana staking rewards. So you hold Solana because you're bullish on Solana. You restake your Solana because you want your idle Solana to make some APY. And then instead of getting SOL APY, you're getting Bitcoin APY. So now you have exposure also to Bitcoin on Solana, wrap BTC on Solana, which is very interesting. And all you have to do to get a 200% boost, a 2x basically, for your btcSOL yield is own a Solana identity and make it into the list of legibility, which is actually very straightforward because all you have to do is hold a Solana ID. That's easy. After Solana ID, you mint yourself one if you don't have one yet. And you have to be in one of the 4 groups, which is Tier 1, Tier 2, Native Staker Badge, or Liquidity Provider Badge. So all these are pretty achievable. I think Tier 2 is definitely achievable. If you connect more than one wallet, you might make it into Tier 2. Or maybe you even have Native Staker Badge if you are someone that stakes a lot. Or you have Liquidity Provider Badge if you're someone that provides LP a lot. Why do we choose that as a targeting for the Zeus campaign? Because that pretty much puts you into a ideal target audience for this product, for the btcSOL. That's what Solana ID is about. We help Zeus Apollo to identify their target audience, Tier 1, Tier 2, liquidity providers, and native stakers. And then we ship perks exclusively for these user accounts or wallet accounts. So this is live, and you can actually not get the 2x boost as of right now because we still have to whitelist your wallets. So basically, the perk has been announced, but you will be able to get the 2x boost on Monday. Okay, so stay tuned for that because the wallets are not yet whitelisted. The snapshot was been taken yesterday at 6 p.m. UTC. So if you were holding a Solana ID yesterday at 6 p.m. UTC and you made one of the requirements yesterday at 6 p.m. UTC, then you're safe. You will be whitelisted latest Monday to see the 2x on your btcSOL on the application. Okay. So yeah, that's pretty much it. You can find that perk already in the Solana ID Hub in the section that's called perks awaiting your eligibility. But if you want, you can also just wait until Monday until it's actually live. Cool.
That sounds good.
btcSOL, bullish on BTC.
Next one would be about a perk that we have been talking already last week in Solid Talk. We even had Timmy here as a guest from NX Finance. Maybe just give us another heads up, a refresher exactly about what this perk will be about. And also the timeline should be, I think, latest on Tuesday or not. If I'm not even mistaken, then it's probably on Monday when the perk goes live.
Yes, so the timeline is Monday. So again, you can brace yourself for Monday announcement on YouTube regarding NX Finance. NX Finance launched a new product called LiquidX that you cannot access without an access code. So it's highly exclusive. You cannot get in there without a code, and we'll help you to get a code because we got 50 exclusive access codes for NX Finance, but you will have to make it into the eligibility criteria for NX Finance, and then you also have to be fast enough to get one of these codes before other people that are also eligible snatch them all up. So once we announce this perk on Twitter and you see that it's live, you should straight ahead go into your Solana ID hub on app.solana.id, check if you're eligible for it, and if you're eligible for it, it will pop up in your hub. It will appear there if you're eligible, and then you will be able to access your code right in the hub. Copy the code, head over to NX Finance with a click of a button, paste the code, and enter LiquidX. Now, why should you enter LiquidX? Because A, it's a dope product. It's leveraged DLMMing, so you can play around a little bit with it. Even if you put only a few dollars in there to play around with it, you will already farm some perks on NX Finance in future because NX Finance is giving some perks for people that are in the beta, in the closed beta. So if you make it in the closed beta with the help of Solana Identity, you will be able to get additional perks in future on NX Finance just by being in there, and even if you open only a $1 position, right? So that's also pretty cool. Actually, I want to highlight again because I just talked about it on my profile today. I want to highlight again a different perk as well that's been live for a while. Adrena Protocol. I think it's highly underrated. I think Adrena is as an app. Why am I not following it? As an app, Adrena is highly underrated, and also our perk is highly underrated because Adrena Protocol is basically a perp protocol similar to Jupiter Perps or Drift or Flash Trade, which are all great products. But Adrena is much smaller still. They don't have so much TVL, so much trading volume. But if you are a Solana ID holder, and if you're only in tier 2, as an example, Adrena is giving you 5 mutagens just for opening any trade. You can open a $10 trade, close a $10 trade, and after a while, it might take up to 24 hours, you will get 5 mutagens accredited to your Adrena account. Now, what does that mean? 1 mutagen, that's the points program of Adrena, 1 mutagen equals $2,000 worth of trading fees. So to give you an idea, if you open a trade with $1,000 and 50x leverage, it costs around $100 trading fees, a little bit more than that. Okay, $100 trading fees, and you have to do a 50x trade with $1,000, which is quite risky, right? And that gives you a bit more than $100 trading fees. We're giving you 5 times $2,000 trading fees simply by opening any trade. It's insane, and you have to imagine that we don't know yet what these mutagens will give you in future, right? They didn't announce any kind of details regarding the airdrop. But I think the trading fees, they give you an idea of how much it's worth, because $2,000 of trading fees is not something you can do on one day. You have to trade for like a week or two really actively to generate so much trading fees for the protocol to earn 1 mutagen, right? And with us, you get 5 mutagens just, as a present, as a perk. And that's tier 2. If you're tier 1, you get 10 mutagens, which is insane. That's $20,000 worth of trading fees. So yeah, definitely an interesting protocol that I think I just want to highlight again because I like it and I think the perk is underrated. The perk is live. It's in the hub and you can access it if you're eligible. So if you have the perk in your hub and you haven't opened any trade on Adrena yet, go to the hub, click the button, go to Adrena, log in with the same wallet, open a trade, make some money if you're lucky, close the trade, and wait for the mutagens to accrue in your account. That's all you have to do. Now, moving on to the next perks we want to touch on. We're going into the perks in progress section, right, Pierre? That should be the next on the agenda.
Yes. Perk progress updates. There is something that you can share with us about MetaMask. I think we already touched base on it before, but refresh our minds, Simon. What is going on in the back end and in the talks with MetaMask, and what can people expect in the future about MetaMask?
Yes. So basically, we've been talking with MetaMask since a while. As you know, MetaMask is the leading wallet on Ethereum. And you might also have heard that MetaMask is going to Solana. And Solana ID is one of the launch partners for MetaMask on Solana. And they want to work with us to basically bring Ethereum users to Solana, which is great. So that's basically the objective of the campaign initially. The objective for MetaMask here is they told us, guys, we need help from you to give more use cases and utilities and perks to our community, the MetaMask community, which is awesome because it's a lot of new people that we could use on Solana, a lot of new liquidity that we want to bring to Solana. So it's actually a very honorable job to help MetaMask to get Ethereum users to Solana. How do we do that? Solana ID is very well connected with a lot of apps on Solana. So our job right now is to approach apps on Solana and tell them, hey, do you want to take part in an exclusive Solana ID MetaMask campaign? All you have to do is you have to give some exclusive perk to anyone who connects a MetaMask wallet to their Solana ID hub. Right now, you cannot do that yet. But once the campaign is completely figured out, it's in progress, keep that in mind. Once the campaign is figured out and we launch the campaign, you will be able to add your MetaMask wallet, any MetaMask wallet, to your Solana ID profile. And everyone who purely connects the MetaMask wallet to your Solana ID profile will get eligibility for some exclusive perks that are normally behind some stricter eligibility criteria. So the idea is, some people, they might have to be tier 1 to get this exclusive perk. But now you can be also simply someone that connects a MetaMask wallet to your hub, and then you get eligibility for that same perk. And we're right now in talks with a few apps on Solana to join that perk campaign with MetaMask. And there are some new perks as well in that conversation, like Flash Trade, for example, that are really excited to work with us on this MetaMask campaign. So you can expect some new perks that we're only able to pull off from this partnership with MetaMask, because the pitch to Flash Trade is now, hey, we're going to help you to acquire some new Ethereum users. But obviously you guys, everyone here who's already on Solana, you can also just install MetaMask, connect it to your hub, and you will be able to access the perk as well. Most likely this campaign is going to be time limited, so it's going to run for 1 or 2 weeks-ish, and then the perks will disappear again. So it's going to be interesting once we announce this to take part in this. And Flash Trade is just one example. We have at least 4 other perk partners that are already very interested to join this initiative. And also MetaMask, we have a pretty good foot in the door with them. It's pretty likely that we spin something up with them. One of these exclusive campaigns. And as a little caveat, which is probably also very exciting for you, Pierre, part of this campaign is going to be a display inside the MetaMask wallet that basically says, head over to Solana ID to get perks on Solana. So we will be basically displayed in the MetaMask wallet to drive traffic to the Solana ID application as the entry door to the Solana ecosystem and to perks on Solana. Pretty cool, right?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. That's what I want to hear.
When I first used MetaMask a century ago, no, I don't know when I used MetaMask the first. I never liked it back then.
It still sucks. Let's be honest. UX. and that's something that I'm not even hiding this in front of them. They know that.
Yeah.
So literally, when we talk with them, they tell us, "Yeah, Simon, we know that our UX sucks. That's why we're so slow as well with the campaign with you guys, because we have other topics to work on that are super important."
That makes sense. And
it's tough, man. It's a huge company.
It's still the most used wallet, isn't it?
Pretty much. I think I'd have to double check if it's like compared to other wallets. But I can do it.
At that's their claim on their official Twitter, if I'm not mistaken. I think it still says that.
Let's see what Grok says.
The world leading crypto wallet. That's what they claim.
I don't think that MetaMask is still the number one. I think Trust Wallet is currently 35% market share and surpassing other popular wallets like MetaMask and Phantom. MetaMask previously led with over 22 million app installations in 2023, but Trust Wallet recently grew a lot, driven by its user-friendly interface. Whoa, tell me about it. That's probably the best competitive edge you can have against MetaMask right now, because that's where they're a little bit weak. We all know that, right? That's why we like solve there.
Anyways, what I wanted to say was basically that when I first used them, I would have never imagined back then that we would be somehow part of the product with our own product.
I know. Now we're here. And it's bullish for all of us, guys, because if we can drive more people to Solana ID from the Ethereum community, they'll mint their IDs, they'll join our community, they create revenues for Solana ID protocol, it's going to channel back into the token, and we're all going to be happy. So things like this are definitely big BD efforts on our side that we're pressing forward with, and we're not slowing down. It's just B2B takes time. These B2B partnerships and integrations and conversations take time. It's not so easy, right? You can sell an AI consumer product much faster with social media marketing and so on than a B2B integration.
Yeah,
it's just not as scalable. So it's really all hands on deck for us, and huge shout out to our head of growth, Benny, because he's a genius when it comes to BD, and he's doing a really good job together with the rest of our team, obviously. Big T also at that point. Shout out to Big T, who's one of our social media experts that is helping Solana ID to grow, and thanks for reposting this live stream. Also, Cyber Investor, thanks for reposting the live stream. Appreciate that. And now also CG asked, maybe I missed any news about the Karma 1 season, but what exactly is the outcome? That is a great question. And while I don't have the answer for you that you would like to hear right now, which would be a deadline when it stops and a clear outcome of it, I can tell you our honest thoughts. And the Karma campaign is an incentive campaign to incentivize people to use Solana ID, connect wallets, connect credentials, and so on. And we want to create a meaningful incentive, right, for the people that take part in it, period. We want to create a meaningful incentive for the people that take part in it, while at the same time, and here's where it becomes difficult, at the same time, we don't want to put our token investors under the wheel, right, and run over them, because that's what you do when you give out free tokens to people. The little caveat here is those are not free tokens, because people who take part in the Karma campaign interact with the product, they do something to basically get some airdrops, and that needs to be incentivized properly, and that's why there will be some incentive at the end of the day. Karma 1 season is definitely going to end this year, right? So it's not going to be a three-year long point season, but give us at least 2 more months to ship clarity. Okay, we need July and August to align our token strategies, because if we give airdrops right now, we all wouldn't be happy. I want to give airdrops when the token made already a 4x, at least, okay? Because I want you guys to get something meaningful, and I want the protocol to survive in the long run, and it's not sustainable to blast out free tokens. And I think all of us agree with that. And if you're simply here to farm tokens, cash out in USDC, and go somewhere else again, we can help you to an extent with that, but this is not our ideal community target, right, that we want in our community. Just be assured that we're going to take care of incentives, okay? That's just what I want to end this conversation with about Karma 1, and give us a bit more time to clarify the exact incentives, because it's definitely a sensitive topic. That's why it takes time. I hope that gives a little bit of clarity to CG. I know that you would like to hear some, or everyone wants to hear clear things right now, but at this moment right now, I can't give any better answer than that. But from my honest thoughts, this is where I'm at. Now, we touched on MetaMask as progress update. What else do we have?
Domain vouchers and airdrop chances with SNS.
SNS, Solana Name Service, the Solana domain that you all want, .sol on Solana, and we're cooking with SNS. So progress update, we had another call with SNS to finalize a perk campaign with them. SNS launched a new exciting campaign, which is domain vouchers, basically access codes to claim free domains as low as 5 characters or even lower that are normally worth $20, $50, maybe $100. So these domains usually cost money, and we are trying to secure ourselves some of these voucher codes that will be basically also in a first come first served basis. So if we will get a limited amount of voucher codes, we're going to define eligibility for people, and then similar to the NX Finance perk that we're shipping on Monday, you will have to head to the Solana ID hub and make sure that you get some of these vouchers on time before people snatch them away, right? And this is one of the perks. And another perk is helping you guys to get more airdrop from SNS. More detailed soon, but there's a second baseline perk that will help all of us to get more SNS tokens from their so-called LFG airdrop campaign that they're running right now. That is pretty much the SNS rundown that I have for you guys right now. Also for you, Pierre, because I know you didn't know all the details.
Yeah, I was about to say, I didn't know. I'm still trying to get Pierre.sol. I made an offer to the owner, but somehow the marketplace, there's some people, they have 1 billion domains, but they don't, they seem to be not active. If you send them offers, they just simply don't react to it.
Little alpha for you, Pierre. Everyone else, don't listen. You need to listen away now. Okay. You can text. You can text them. Text them in our chat. You can ask them, "Hey guys, can you help me to get my hands on Pierre.sol?" Because SNS team can actually sometimes identify the holders of these domains and reach out to them for you. So there might be a chance for that.
Okay.
Yeah. Just an alpha for you. Now everyone else can.
Everyone
listen
didn't
again.
hear that. That was only for me.
Yeah. Exclusively for you. But yeah, SNS is in the making, similar to MetaMask. And what else do we have? Any other names we can drop?
What else do we have? We have something, and I have also not much idea of what's going on there. So I'm curious to hear what's going on, because I know that we are cooking something with Metaplex. And maybe you can shed some light on this for us and also for myself, please.
Yes, sir. Genesis, a protocol for on-chain token offerings. ICO, basically. So Metaplex is trying to bring a little bit of professionalism into the token launch space, I would say. We have all these amazing launch pads where you can technically launch a protocol token. You could launch a token like Solana ID, like Solid, on Pump.fun, and it could be successful. You could launch a token like us on Bonk.fun, or that's Bonk, and you could also be successful over there. But obviously, we all know that these platforms are very short attention span and no help from the protocols. Like you don't get any help from Pump, you don't get any help from Bonk, really, in rare cases maybe, to launch a token. And it's mainly for meme coins that have a very short lifespan, as we know, right? So I think with Metaplex, what we will see with Genesis is a launchpad that is, again, similar to what we saw with Jupiter LFG, if you remember. We also, a lot of projects try to launch with, including us. And that is basically an approach where you get handhold, where you get support from the partner, from Metaplex in this case, during the token launch. And with Metaplex, since they are an OG infrastructure project on Solana, you also get some neat features like launch pools to eliminate front running, public auctions for efficient price discovery and price sales, and a lot of other things. You can actually read it up in the pinned tweet on Metaplex. And long story short, there is a Genesis launch cohort, which is basically ecosystem partners from the Solana ecosystem that will be part of the tech stack that Metaplex is going to use to support these token launches. And in that tech stack, if you look very properly through here, you will discover us. So Solana ID is part of the Genesis launch cohort, which means that we will be integrated to some extent into Metaplex to help tokens that launch on Metaplex with airdrop curation in particular, right? Which is one of the things we can help with. We want Solana ID to be much, much more active in the future when it comes to selecting the right wallets to airdrop to, which is great for you guys if you're in the community, because if you're a Solana ID holder, if you build your reputation with Solana ID, we will do everything we can to bring more airdrops into your hands. And you don't have to do anything for it. You just have to hold your Solana ID, prove that you're someone, right? That you distinguish from bots, that you distinguish from farmers, that you are a diamond hand. And if we can help verifiably on Solana to prove that you are, then these upcoming token launches, which includes, for example, Pipe Network, Portals, DeFi Tuna, Shaga, Collector, Goated, and Play Solana, some of these will use our technology to curate their airdrops. So you will have teams like Streamflow taking care of token vesting and airdrop dropping, and you will have teams like Solana ID that help with airdrop curation when it comes to selecting the right wallets for your airdrops. Okay, so basically all these names that you can see in the launch cohort are teams where Metaplex has a group chat with and where they aim to include them into the tech stack. Okay, so again, ongoing conversations, but as you are in the Solid Talk, this is the place to get the alpha and to get looped into what's happening here. And yeah, that is the Metaplex story that we can share with you guys.
That sounds bullish as fuck, I would say. Doesn't it?
It sounds nice.
If I wouldn't have had already at least, I don't know how many Solana IDs do I have, a lot, then I would get another one. So if you don't have one, get your fucking Solana ID. Come on.
Here you go. Listen to the man, guys. Listen to the man. Usually what Pierre says is the rule, I have to say. What Pierre says is the rule. Because Pierre is cute.
I deleted that before, I'm pretty sure. Where's that coming from again now? All right.
I think it's a StreamYard bug.
Don't distract me. I wanted to also share something and start yapping about, because you have been yapping all stream long. Now it's time for me to take over for at least a few minutes, and then I give it back to you. Because, my dear friend, I am cooking on something already since a while, and it has been delayed, unfortunately, a little bit, but I'm working with a guy on this who is probably even more of a perfectionist than me, and that's already hard to top, because you know that. And I'm talking about my dear friend BK from the world.
Okay.
And he's probably the most cracked dev that I know personally. And I talked about the idea of having our own community hub a while ago. So he said that wouldn't be a problem to build it, because it would actually align with what he's building with his tools and EVA, which is an AI agent support whatever thingy. Hard for me to explain it properly, but it basically helps you in all areas of your life at some point in the future. That's his vision, right? And usually before, we always used Zeely as our main hub when it comes to launching quests and doing some community engagement, but I'm not a big fan anymore, and I want to have something that is more unique and also less manual, because for Zeely, you always have to go there and then claim your quest whenever you do something, right? But I want to have something that is completely running in the background. And so what we are building right now is basically exactly this. We will have ongoing sprints and an all-time leaderboard for community engagements and quests, and they will go and last for a few months. Let's say we have 3 seasons per year, maybe. And after each season, we will see who's in the top of the leaderboard, and we will curate very nice, special merchandise packages and send them wherever you are. And when I say nice merchandise packages, we are really not saving on this. I have some cool ideas already in mind. And obviously, we won't send that to 100 people, but that means you have to actually put in some work to be in there. And we also didn't want to just do this for 4 weeks and after that get XYZ amount of money. So like basically paying for engagement. It's not super duper nice. It doesn't build that sort of connection, right? So what we are going to do with this is building a stronger bond and connection with like the core community of our Solidians. And for the really engaged ones, this is a good opportunity to maybe even get a role at some point, at Solana ID, the bigger we become. Anyways, so the idea is to have the whole system of our community supporting basically our content, similar to how it was in the Solid Priority Pass last year, because that was the time when we grew the fastest on all socials, mainly on Twitter, but now we are also focusing on other social media accounts, so we need even more help than before, right? And I know it's always easier to get more engagement if you also give something in return, because it actually means time. Everyone who is engaging with our content is some sort of micro influencer, if you want to call it this way, right? Because they help to boost the content that we are shipping. And I am willing to, if that helps us to be more successful, to give something back. So that's the idea. And instead of relaunching quests all the time and on Zeely and going there and claiming them, everything will run in the background. If you help us engaging on Twitter, we will take notice and will be counted in the community hub. You get your XP or karma or however we want to call it, but you don't have to claim anything. You can see all the stuff that are making you eligible to earn something, and then all you have to do is basically executing these tasks. But that's it. Everything will be tracked completely automatically in the background. And then and that's why it's taking so long right now, because BK took it far beyond what I told him. So what he's doing right now is perfectioning the AI that's running behind EVA. And EVA will be implemented in our Discord, in our Twitter, in our Telegram, and then also if we go on other platforms, it will be integrated there as well. And what it does is basically it scans everything that's going on there, even going back to the very first day of our Discord server. It will create profiles for each single community member and then categorize each single community member, give a score basically or a ranking based on the amount of messages that have been sent, the active hours and whatever, and also the quality of everything that has been sent. So everyone will basically be in a ranking. And then when you are active on Discord and Telegram, everything will be tracked and will be part of this community hub. And all goes back into your XP that you can accumulate over these seasons. And it's not just based on the quantity, but also on the quality, which is an amazing feature that I didn't even know that it will be possible. I just told him, look, let's do something like at least you can send 10 messages a day and you get XYZ amount of XP for each message, but that's it. That's a cap. So that's how we would basically prevent people from spamming random messages all the time. But now we don't even need to do that. We don't need to put a cap on it, because the AI,
the quality,
quality, and based on that, give different amounts of XPs to everyone.
So
and
the TLDR,
the higher you rank, basically, and that's so nice. The higher you rank, also based on the number of active days that you already have, the more XP you get. So for people that are already in our Discord server for like 1.5 years, they have sent a dozen of messages, they will automatically get more XP for every message they send because they have a higher rank compared to new people.
Yeah. Genius. I think the TLDR is that we didn't like the existing Quest platforms, so we just built our own. Can you already give us a sneak peek how this looks like?
I can show you how it looks like, how the hub will look like. Yes, for sure.
Yeah. Let's check that out.
All right, let's start with, which one is that? Let me just check which one I want to share first.
Yeah, I think this is, so CG said it's like an ambassador scheme. It is much more than that. It's an automated Quest platform that is fair and takes in quality as well, not just quantity. So basically, it's really on steroids in a way that is actually good and beneficial for a project like us, and it doesn't, it doesn't suck out the blood of our life, like really does sometimes when you run campaigns. They're very short-sighted, Zilli campaigns, while this one is actually building a strong foundational community and incentivize the right people.
Yeah. So here's this thing, right? Solana ID is all about privacy and not doxing anyone, but this is something that is not attached to the product. So all of this data won't flow into your Solana ID account. This is something completely different. This is really for the community to give something back. So it's like an additional karma campaign, if you want to call it this way. And of course, if you want to participate, then you have to link your socials because we need to be able to track your activity and let everything run in the background. So here you will connect your Twitter, your Telegram, your Discord, you connect the wallet that holds your Solana ID, and then you also add an email. I'm not sure if we actually need the email. BK probably thought it would be a good idea. I have to think about it again, but probably not a bad idea at all. So this is basically the setup. And it's not 100% done yet. There needs to be some stuff finalized. But let me show you also this one here. So everyone will have basically also a profile where you can keep track on all of your stats, your activities, achievements. You can update the profile, add a new PFP, add some descriptions, add your links and whatever. And this can be public. So people can also share this, right? It's not super important for the functions right now. It's just a nice gimmick. It's just a nice to have feature. And then let me show you this one here. What is that? Is that the leaderboard? Okay. So this is how basically the quest part will look like, right? So you will have a list, pretty basic, with all the stuff that you can do. And you just go there once, you check out, okay, I can do this on a daily basis, I can do that on a daily basis, and so on. And then just keep on doing it. And everything will be tracked in the background. And this is just like a very first set of stuff that we are going to implement. So there will be Twitter posts, on a daily basis. So you can basically create content about Solana ID on a daily basis to earn more XP every day. You can get more XP by replying, by liking, by retweeting our content. You get extra XP if you engage with people from our community and on their content. So it's also nice for some sort of cross promotion, promotion and support within all Solidians. So Solidians can support other Solidians, which is nice. And then also that it tracks all the Discord activity, the Telegram activity. We will implement something that is also related to how much solid do you hold. Do you hold it every day? So for every day of holding solid, you will get more XP. So over the time, we'll add more stuff here, but I wanted to keep it as lean as possible for the beginning because it takes time to implement every single action, basically. And if everything works out, and I hope this time we can stick to the deadline, but then we can at least go live with the first features of the hub by next week. If you're listening right now, BK, make sure we stick to the plan.
Let's go. And guys, I think this is going to be a tab that you'll have open always in your browser. One of the tabs that you don't close on a daily basis. Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, here you go.
Yeah, exactly. And then we also talked about this before, Simon, right? It would be nice to have like an overall community leaderboard, and then also connect this with the ambassador program to just filter out an extra leaderboard and see who is in the top leaderboard of all of our ambassadors. And then I think the all-time leaderboard will also help us to detect or find new ambassadors that can enter the program, like super active people that build up their reach and are always supportive. They can use this to climb up the career ladder within Solana ID and become official ambassadors as well.
Yeah. Guys, we're doing so much for the community because we know it is important, right? Like, we rely so much on the community that we're really trying to build systems and products that will inherently basically elevate your guys' chances to benefit from Solana ID, right? Like, we're literally personal perks on chain, right? We're all about helping people to get more out of Solana, and this principle trickles down into the most fundamental things, like building these kind of products ourselves, right? And I mean, also, okay, let me just share this. I want to maybe I get a take on this, but so things like this we're cooking in the back as well. This is not finalized at all. Actually, we have some feedback for this, but we're cooking custom banners for our ambassadors because, as you guys know, you might have heard before, we're cooking up an ambassador program called the Solidian Knights, which is an exclusive circle of ambassadors, right? In the community hub, everyone can participate, but the Solidian Knights will be an exclusive round of the best creators and the best community members we have in here. And lots of you guys are already right now in the comment section. I know you will be part of that campaign. And we're crafting exclusive banners for you guys that you can, if you want, use on your Twitter profile. And we'll also find out a way to bake in some custom elements like your PFP into these banners. So I basically just wanted to show you that we're cooking up banners. This is not the banner that will basically be shipped out because we have some feedback and we want to change some things. But I just wanted to, let you guys know that we're working on these things, and this is all for the community. Very bullish. And talking about community and bullish things, Pierre, we need to talk about this week's participation NFT because that's something you guys can get right now. And this week's participation NFT is, as always, a fucking banger. So let me show you guys how it looks like. This is it. Today, this is it. Today's participation NFT is yet another exclusive artwork for you guys that you can put into your collectible collection of Solana ID participation NFTs. And obviously it will give you a little karma boost. So make sure to farm this, make sure to get it, and we will tell you how to get it right now. I actually like this a lot.
That, Simon,
yeah.
Let me share my screen again. Because before I can launch the usual quest for this, I have to talk about something first.
Yeah.
And I hope you can see my screen.
Yes.
Perfect. All right, let me zoom in for a little, if I can.
Yeah,
I can. We talked about this last week already. We didn't launch it yet, so we will do it right now here in the Solid Talk today, and this will run until next week Friday, one day before the Solid Talk. So we have at least 24 hours to wrap up the winners, and this is our next community quest. Bounty, let's call it bounty for the week, which is about memes. So our dear friend Cyber Brother brought up this beautiful idea and he called it the Solidian Meme Royale, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's the Solid Meme Royale. Anyways, all you have to do is create some funny, engaging, and relating memes that are easy to understand and that Solidians can relate to. And I'm going to post this thread that explains everything in more detail with the price pool and everything also, and how to participate right now. And then we'll use that post and put it in for the today's Solid Talk quest. And then you can help us spread the word about this. So I'm going to post this with you guys right now.
Let's go. All right, so Pierre's gonna push out this post, and he's gonna make sure that this is included in the participation NFT requirements that you have to like, retweet, and comment under this post. And while he's doing so, let me use that moment real quick and ship one last update, because like I'm on a roll right now. We're shipping so many exciting things right now. Let me tell you one more thing, less related to community, but more related to Solana ID protocol. I want to give you guys a very quick update on the Solana ID Validator, because that's something that's part of our extended business operations. We're running a very successful validator on Solana that has been acquired already 60,000 SOL just in the course of the last 2 months, which is actually really, really good for a new emerging validator like us. And we're now ready to go on a new level with our validator. So the news I want to share here, just FYI, just another sign of our efforts to make our company successful. We started to switch from renting the service for our validator to actual hardware that we own ourselves. So we bought our own mainnet server to run our validator, which is something that most teams do not do. That validator is going to be in some data center in USA, owned by us, and it's going to run our validator. It's going to decrease our costs to run the validator by 80%, and it's going to make us ready to run FireDancer instead of Agave as a client on the validator, which is actually the next step for Solana. We're switching to FireDancer client on the validator network, which will improve Solana as an ecosystem tremendously this year. And there's already almost 10% of validators that are right now running FireDancer, the beta of FireDancer. And we are primed to run FireDancer ourselves starting next month if everything goes smooth. And this will help our validator to be much more performant, generate a better APY, like I said, reduce our own costs, and it will probably help us to get another 20,000 SOL, or maybe even 40,000 SOL, staked on our validator just in the course of the next 4 to 8 weeks. So I'm pretty bullish that we're going to cross the 100,000 SOL mark very soon. What does it mean for Solana ID protocol? Well, it means we're making money. We're making revenues that we can use to build more awesome things like the community dashboard, community campaigns, token buybacks, the SDN, better perks. Everything is going to go better if we make more money with the validator, because it's a nice little side revenue that we can generate. So just want to share real quick some success news when it comes to the validator. But now, without further ado, Pierre, are we ready to launch our participation NFT quest?
We are so fucking ready.
Right.
Already live. It's already live.
It's already live. Okay, guys, if you want the participation NFT, then head over to talk.solana.id right now. Get forwarded to the silly campaign number 46, proof of attendance. Share, insert the secret code, which is Zeus or Zeus in German, and insert your Solami wallet. Make sure to use Solflare because the NFTs are displayed better there. You can also use Phantom, don't worry about it, or any other wallet. And then you have to make sure to also interact with the tweet mentioned in that silly quest. So post a reply, meme mania, and copy the URL of your reply and insert it in the silly quest. I'm doing all these things right now live with you guys. Retweet the post as well, and make sure to slap a like on it. And if you did all these 3 things, you should be able to hit the claim button to register your wallet for the distribution of this week's participation NFT.
I always found it weird that in English you pronounce, as you said, we say Zeus, which sounds so majestic, powerful, strong for a Greek god of is it thunder? And then it's in English, it's Zeus. Sounds like the German word Süß. So it doesn't fit at all.
Which means cute, by the way, for everyone who's listening.
I really don't like saying Zeus. I always say it Zeus. I don't care if it's English.
Yeah, but sometimes people don't get it.
Yeah, I don't care. All right, Simon, did you do it?
Yes, work? I did it, and I'm just yeah, it worked for me. I'm just quote retweeting with the NFT pick. Take a note of our solid meme royale contest and post. Nice. Yep, I claimed the perk, or I claimed the quest. I actually quote retweeted the post, not just retweeted it with the picture, because, you know, why not? And yep, slow and steady, we're winning, guys. Cool, says Romain. And Danica reposts the stream. GM Danica, how's it going? Good to have you here. With all this being shared, guys, we are coming to an end of today's Solid Talk. After quite a lot of yapping, I hope we brought you the latest and greatest from Solana ID protocol. Once again, I hope you got your hands on the Solana ID participation NFT from this week on talk.solana.id with the secret code Zeus or Zeus for the Germans out there. And this is it. This is a wrap. Thanks so much for tuning in. We hope that you enjoy your weekend. If you want, touch some grass, but you don't have to. You can stay locked in as we do. And we will see you again during the week, of course, on all our community channels, but also next week when it's time again for yet another Solid Talk. Solid Talk number 47. We're getting to the 50th pair. We have to think of something special for Solid Talk 50 actually, which is going to be in 4 weeks, in 1 month, in August. So each single Solid Talk is a fun one, but I think 50 is going to be a legendary one. 50 weeks of consecutive streaming. Until then, guys, make sure to get solid or stay solid if you are already, and tune in again when it's time again for yet another Solid Talk. Thank you so much for being part of this amazing journey. We love you guys. Thanks again, and we'll see you at the next one. Peace out, everyone. Have a good day. Have a good night. See you then. Bye-bye.
Cheers. Bye-bye.